What is up, y'all? This is Desmond, and in this video, this is part 2 of the World of Horror custom events playthrough showcase for July 2020. These are events that I have gathered from, I would say, late May throughout June, throughout mid July 2020. And we're going to go through these, man. These were created by the World of Horror Discord community. And there is many very, very intriguing, creepy, and I would say extremely creative custom events that they have made. And I have a bunch of them here for me to check out. So let's get into it. But before we do, be sure to check the description section below, or you can get access to the Discord server. And there's a bunch of resources there for you can get started on creating your own mods, custom events for World of Horror. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, this event is called In Search of Some Air. We had this in the previous part, and I chose Use It. Let's choose Find the Owner this time. Charisma check failure. You walk around but can't find who it belongs to. You just wasted your time. And we have +3 doom added. This event is called Odd Letter, and I believe we had this one before. As you come back home, you step on something wet. A letter was pushed under your door. Weird. It's covered in some sort of fluid. Let's throw it away. The trash can will stay wet for a moment now. The odor makes you want to vomit. Ooh, this event is called Mouchan 4. Man, look at this. This is creepy. This is a creepy drawing of a woman's face with her hair and stuff, and then nice drawing, very well done, detailed drawing of a house in the back. I like the fence, how it's kind of like a little jagged and stuff. Strange people dressed in black have been hanging weird posters all over the village. You don't give them much heed, but the more they pop up, the greater your curiosity becomes. Is there something to this? Let's read the poster. The creature of the night walks among us. She may look innocent, but do not be deceived. She is a shameless harlot trying to turn men away from good. Hold steady to your faith, and if you see her, report to the order of Hestilus. If you don't know what to believe, either vampires do exist in secret, or these people are very dangerous lunatics. Either way is not good. And we have 2 reasons removed. Wow, that's a pretty creepy story. Okay, this one is called Brain Model. You take a bit of your free time to visit the school's festival. You stop for a second in front of a student's project stand. A brain model. Look at the project, just go to the ramen stand. I think we had this before. I think before we looked at the project, why don't we just go to the ramen stand? You're here to have a nice moment with friends. No need to think about brains today. You can't go wrong with eating ramen. And we get a stamina added. Okay, this one is called Mouchan 2, and we have an image of a girl that looks like she is meditating. She's nude. We have some things covering the butt crack region. A candle. Oh yes, a candle. Okay. All right. On the way home from a long day, you see a neighbor's door open, led by chanting coming from inside. You find the living room. Encircled by magic candles, a new girl sits in the center of the room. Finally, someone showed. She says happily, "Could you draw us a sigil on my back?" Ooh. You can either leave, draw this sigil, or blow out the candles. Why don't we choose the middle one? Why don't we draw the sigil? I think I'm saying it wrong. Sigil. Try your best, but your hand slips. The candles whizzle out and the girl turns to you. It's okay. Here, let me show you how. You spend the next few hours practicing your drawing technique. A fun time overall. Okay, and then we have 10 experience, but we lose 1 stamina. That's a pretty good one. This event is called For Him. Walking down the street, you notice a somewhat different kind of street sign. So it has a child with a adult, but usually these have them holding hands. So yeah, let's try to understand it. Knowledge check failure. You assume, I think this is assume, but it's a missing S. You assume that it's a new kind of vandalism or maybe even art. Who knows? But we have 1 reason added. Ooh, this one is called Magician's Grave, and it looks like a floorboard with a little hole in it. Let's see what this is about. According to a story you've heard, a powerful magician was buried under the floor of this room during the war. He was said to have been a worshiper of an eldritch being. Pry off the planks. That's the only option we have. Luck check success. You find a very old skeleton hidden underneath the planks. You quickly notice that the head is missing and has been replaced by a clean, polished skull bound by ropes and marked with occult symbols. And we get a human skull. Oh, okay. Sweet. This one is called Witch of the Garden. You stumble into the mansion's garden area. Very quickly, you notice that from the opposite side, a woman is walking towards you, waddling. Really, her body swing to left and right with each step. My, what a pity we have to meet in such a place, child of the third circle. She chuckles, but we're here, so what it will be, young one? Power or knowledge? Why don't we say knowledge? The woman places her hand on your forehead, and suddenly information about arcane beings and eldritch things flood your head. You kneel, feeling overwhelmed, only partially registering the moment when the woman walks away and disappears into the shadows. Oh wow. And we have, what curse did we get? Okay, we got traumatized, but we have 20 experience. This event is called An Unexpected Gift. On your doorstep, you find a strange package, cylindrical in shape. A note attached to it identifies the sender as a distant aunt of yours. As you unwrap the gift, you notice that it is a bottle. The label, clearly handwritten, identifies the contents as some kind of wine. Ooh, we can drink some of it or don't drink any of it. Why don't we drink some of it this time? See what happens. Knowledge check failure. You fill a glass with the wine and gulp it down all at once. It immediately goes to your head and you collapse on the floor. You wake up hours later with a maddening pain in your stomach. What is wrong with that bottle? And we get 1 stamina point removed, and we have 2% doom added. That's an interesting one. I wonder what happened if we had a success. Yeah, this was good. Very mysterious. This one is called Ward C, and it looks like it's not really a drawing. It looks like a kind of a dithered photograph into one bit. Looks like inside of a hospital or something. Let's see what this is about. You wake up in Ward C of the infirmary without any recollection how you got there. No, I read it wrong. Without any recollection how you got here. You look around to see the remaining beds, all surrounded by surgical curtains and human-like silhouettes sitting on the bed of each unmoving. Connected to your arm is an IV with some pitch black liquid slowly dripping. Ooh. Why don't we rip the IV out of our arm? See what happens. Strength check failure. As soon as you grab the needle, you hear a loud shriek coming from the needle. Suddenly and rapidly, more needles fork out of the needle and puncture your arm dozens of times while you scream in pain. Before blacking out, you believe you notice a pair of faint eyes inside the black liquid back. Maybe this is packed. Oh, okay, this is kind of weird. Oh man, then we have 3 stamina removed. Okay, we had this one before. It's called Infinite Corridor. Let's read it real quick. Only after you turn the corner to the right for the 3rd time you realize this corridor seems to have no end. What's worse, you can't find the entrance after backtracking a bit. The corridor just loops. The last time we had tear down the wall, why don't we go through the nearest door? Perception check failure. You check the doors one by one until you find the one that leads you out of this cursed corridor. Soon you discover that since you first entered this cursed corridor, several hours have passed. We have 4% doom added. Damn. Okay, we had this before, socket slime. So we opened the socket last time. Let's leave it be and see what happens. This is disgusting, and you really don't want to mess with it. Clean the socket cover with a tissue and tape it shut. You plug the TV in place of a lamp and get to watch your show. Okay, interesting. This event is called Friendly Home Spirit, and wow, this is a wild looking art. Oh my god, look at the skull with a bunch of stuff hanging out. All right, let's see what this is about. Staying at your apartment, you can't help but wonder what's that curious scratching sound coming from the bathroom? No. The kitchen? Nope. You enter the living room and you look up and say hi. Maybe it's hungry, run away. Let's say hi. Charisma check failure. You try to say hi to it, but the being replies in a guttural low voice, which causes your heart rate to spike and your head to start aching. You crawl outside your apartment where one of your neighbors finds you and calls for an ambulance. Oh god. And we have 1 stamina point removed and 2 points of reason removed. Wow. Yeah, this art is creepy. Wow. Okay, this one is called Spiral into Madness, and I've seen a concept of this art before, of this type. While searching for your apartment key, you are faced with a strange woman. Must be your new neighbor. You take a closer look at her. Maybe, I think this is a closer look. Let's endure. What's left of her face turns to you and starts speaking of how nice the city is going to be in a few days. And we have 1 reason removed. Okay, this event is called Female Neighbor Glitched. Help! You turn around to find the source of this distorted scream. With horror, you look on as your elderly neighbor, Mrs. Wu, slowly assumes a bizarre, abstract shape with curves and lines that should not be possible. Let's reach out to her. Strength check success. You grab her misshapen hand and feel as if static energy was crawling under your skin, but your neighbor's hand resumes former shape. Taking a risk, you pull your neighbor into a hug, breaking the eldritch spell. Neither of you have any idea what just happened. And we have 10 experience added, but we have 1 reason removed. Alright, this one is called Camera Obscura. And we have a blank dark image. Well, let's see what it's about. As you round the corner to the corridor, everything goes dark. You try and let your eyes acclimate to the darkness, but it is an impenetrable, inky darkness that envelopes you. You cannot see your own hands, and you find the darkness suffocating and hard to breathe in. We can either turn around and try to get back where you were, peer into the darkness. Why don't we turn around? The next time we'll peer. Dexterity check success. Somehow you manage to get back to the corridor you were previously in. You are not quite sure what happened, but somehow you feel change, as if a place of your remained back in that place. As if a piece of yours, as if a piece of yours remained back into that place. When you regain your bearings, you seem to be holding something you don't remember picking up. And we have a ritual dagger. This event is called Knock Knock, and it looks like kind of another photograph that's into a 1-bit format. Suddenly, you hear a violent, insisting knock on the door that you just closed behind you. Yeah, it should be suddenly you hear a violent. Okay. Ask who is it? Open the door. Why don't we ask who is it? Charisma check success. You wait a couple minutes, but hear no response to your question, and just as suddenly they come, the knocking subsides. We have 2 doom removed, but we have 1 reason added. Okay, that's cool. Alright, this one is called Neurologists. You lose your way into the hospital and end up in the neurological wing of the hospital. Your walk is interrupted by a disturbing man. Oh, I never saw you here before. Are you there to learn the secrets of the human brain? Yes, I am. I already know the secrets. I'm not here for this. Let's say yes, I am. Luck check failure. The man raves for a good hour about horrible, absolutely not biologically accurate facts about the human brain, and we have 4 doom added. Oh god. This one is called Something Got Inside Your Mind, and look at this. This is extremely elaborate, man. Wow, I never seen anything like this. And we have a little make your choice box, and then we have a girl that's looks like she's decaying, and man, this looks creepy. Some of the text is hard to read. Let's see. You are special, they said. You are and this other one says ingenuity is a curse. Then we have a girl calling the phone, and then we have someone with their heads on their sides, and then the choices are left or right. Wow, this is great. Let's choose left. And we have a seal of Salvesh. Wow. Alright, this event is called Guess. Someone slips a piece of paper under your door. You pick it up and read it. Say this to yourself 3 times. I didn't forget anything. Walk through your darkened house and turn on the light in each room. Go back to the room you started in. Close your eyes. Try to focus on the first thing that comes to mind. If you imagine a face, that being will come to live in your house. Okay, I think maybe this I think this is supposed to start right here, this quote. And I think it's supposed to end down here. I'm not sure. But it seems that it kind of ends a little quick, like I didn't forget anything. And then this right here is the narration, walk through your darkened house. So yeah, I think one of these quotes should be extended down here. Maybe, we'll see. Follow the instructions, burn the super paper. You perform the little pantomime as described on the paper. After a couple of minutes, when you are about to dismiss the whole thing, a shiver runs down your spine, and you hear a voice inside a head. Should be a voice inside your head. You thought about it, and now it is inside. And we have 2 reason removed. All right, this one is called They Come From Inside. And it looks like this is some worms, I'm not sure, some burrows, maggots. You just noticed now, but for the past few hours, you have been scratching non-stop at your forearms. When you look down, you can see the movement under your skin, like 1,000 of maggots. Under your skin, like 1,000 of. Okay, that seems a little weird. Probably should be when you look down, you can see the movement under your skin of 1,000 maggots crawling inside you, eating your flesh. You can either choose you have to get them out of you, ignore it, and continue your investigation. Why don't we choose the first one? Perception check success. You look in disbelief, probably should be disbelief, as your skin undulates with the movement of something underneath. You continue to scratch frantically, but before you can think on how to get them out, the movement and itching subsides, and we have 3% new removed. Wow, that's creepy. Okay, we had this before, forceful detective with Detective Rakuda. And let's see what happens when we do as she says. You sit down with her and tell her everything you know. I knew it. She lights up a cigarette. Sorry, my superiors won't help and my colleagues are dodging my questions. I was getting desperate. Here, a token of gratitude and an apology. She hands you some money from her wallet before leaving to continue her case. And we have 2 funds added. Nice. Really like that. Ooh. Okay, we had this one before. It's called Stange Classroom. And before we read the bulletin board, why don't we read the blackboard, see what happens. Knowledge check failure. You keep looking at the blackboard with no avail, but you can't get your eyes of the gibberish that is written. I think it should be of. O-F-F. And we have 2 reason removed. Okay, this call is to Mouchan 6. And has a woman, she looks like a ninja with a dress, is pulling something away on the beach. On your way home, you spot an abandoned house. The lights are off, and there seem to be several boxes stacked aside. You see a girl struggling to carry a large bag behind her. Hi there, don't mind me, just moving in. The big meanie who lived here had a lot of trash. Want to help me get rid of it? One option is just lift the suspicious bag. Let's see what happens. Strength check success. Thanks for that. You really did me a solid there. She says as you let the bag fall into the sea. Finally, that mean arsonist is gone. I did warn him and his friends. Teehee. Here, you can have this. He doesn't need this anymore. Oh gosh. And we have a revolver. Oh my gosh. So I think we just help drag a body to the sea. Wow, that's creepy and disturbing too. Oh goodness, this one is called The Arrival of Their Master. Branches snap and trunks creak. A gust of cold wind blows through the crowded woods. Something is here now. Does it see you? Oh god, and look at this. You got an eye over here. And I think this is a giant girl maybe. And we have some other very fine detailed objects around. I think this is like maybe some tree stumps, some rocks. Let's stay where you were, and later we'll choose sneak away. Perception check success. As you watch, the beings consumes the lesser cultists. The spread cultists praise their master, and we have 15 experience added, but we lose 1 reason. And a lot of these events, I'm losing a lot of reason from these. But yeah, this is great. This is a great illustration, and yeah, I'm kind of curious to know a little bit more about the background of the story. This one is called Night Call, and I like the drawing of this old touchstone phone. It is past midnight when your phone rings. Who could it be at such a late hour? Ignore the call, pick up the phone. Why don't we ignore it for now? Pick it up next time. You ignore the call, and the ringing stops after a full minute. Wide-eyed, you stare at the ceiling, unable to sleep for the whole night, as if the unanswered call cursed you with insomnia. In the morning, you feel as tired as you were in the evening, and we have 2 stamina removed. Okay, this one is called Lost in the Woods, and we have a picture of some trees and some eyes in the darkness. That's creepy. Let's face it, the further you go down the path, the more lost you are. What's worse, you believe that the trees are getting closer and closer to each other, with each passing minute snuffing out the sunlight. Let's find a way out. Perception check success. Thanks to your keen senses, you easily find the way out. You feel relieved that you didn't have to spend another minute in this oppressive forest, and we have 1 reason added. Thank goodness, because I kind of needed that. This one is called Oddity Shopping. We have a creepy old hand holding something with his nails. I think this is an egg or some sort of stone. Let's see what it's about. Trying to find clues, you stumble upon a little shop. Inside, there seems to be dozens of trinkets and baubles. The shopkeeper suddenly pulls another strange item from under the counter and holds it high. It is a weird egg with 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, but everything is scattered on its surface. Claim it, snatch it, walk away. Let's claim it. Charisma check success. Another hand reaches for your arm as the first hand places your newly found rarity onto your palm. You redeem your fate, my liege. You feel a pulse in the weird egg, but as soon as you look back up, there is no one in the little shop anymore, and we have 3 reason added. Yeah, that's strange, but I like this one very, very much. Oh man, this one This is creepy so far. This one is called the Double Shadow, and we have shadow with some eyes, and we have some hands down here. Let's see what this is about. The swimming club has left early, but you decided to stay. Your investigation can wait. You enjoy your time, but you have a feeling you aren't alone. Stepping out of the pool, you feel eyes on your back. As you peer into the water, your reflection shifts. That gaze is filled with rage, jealousy, desperation. This is really you. So this is looking into the pool, and these are your hands right here. Let's drown the imposter. You grab the imposter, but it is too strong. As it runs away, you scream in despair. It should have been you out there laughing, crying, fighting, but you had your chance. That life is no longer yours. There is nothing left but to accept your fate. Interesting. This is interesting. Wow. Yeah, this last little paragraph. Yeah, that's kind of wonder what that's about. That makes you think. This one is called The Gentleman. Amidst the crowd of people, you notice a man with a bowler hat and a vapor press suit intensely looking at you. As if the crowd around your both stopped in time, he approaches you with a smile while maintaining its formal posture and asks, "Will we have to meet again?" You can choose yes or no. Let's choose yes. The man tips his bowl head into a soft bow. I think maybe hat. I don't know. When we first will meet, I will already knew you, and now that we haven't met, I will not know you again. He hands you a package and turns around to disappear. I think that's to disappear. Back into the crowd. And we have a curious statuette. But we have 3 doom added. This one is called a Small Respite. And whoa, this is so cool. Look at this angle. I think we're going down a stairway, and I think there's a fence over here, another fence, and there's some shadows. Wow, it's crazy. Wandering through the town, you encounter a small staircase that offers some protection from the endless prying eyes. Let's resolve this encounter. Luck check failure. You try to rest, but can't quiet the dread in your mind. Damn it, we have 3 doom added, but we also have -2 reason removed. This one is called Rooftop of the Damned. One of the most popular students have recently committed suicide. According to the rumor that circulates between her classmates, she was compelled to jump by the evil thing. You managed to get to the rooftop from which the girl jumped off. Let's check for clues. Perception check failure. You approach the spot from which the girl has jumped off. There's something written on the floor, so you crouch down to read it. You're next, haha. You quickly flee from the rooftop, feeling someone stare at your back, and we have 2 reason removed. Wow, creepy, really creepy. And I love this drawing right here of the rooftop. Nice details, and it doesn't look too realistic. It has a little bit of a kind of a cartoonish kind of look, but yeah, this is great. Oh, it's by day too, so yeah, I like his style. This event is called Stitched Cat, and we have a cat. Looks like it's holding something, and it's nighttime, and it's a window. Let's see what this is about. A loud banging sound wakes you up in the middle of the night. When you glance at the window, you see a black cat tapping it with a paw. You notice a large stitch mark across the cat's belly, It's hard to tell, but you think the cat is holding something in its mouth. Ignore it, open the window. Let's ignore it for now. The banging noise keeps you up until the morning, and we have -2 reason removed. Oh my god, here's it again. Ooh, man, this is even creepier looking. Look at this. Oh, man. And, yeah, I can't really make out the text. Something got inside your mind. And, yeah, this is pretty gory. A lot of, decaying flesh in the middle. Looks like there's 3 slashes and a big kind of slash right here. Why don't we choose the right one this time? And it looks like we got an injury now. Brain damage. Wow. Yeah, ooh man, this one is creepy. This is something that can probably stick into my mind for a while. Alright, that's it. That is definitely it. Please check out my other World of Horror videos where I'm going through more events. And also in the description section, check out the World of Horror Discord community where you can make and create your own mods. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.